Life has a way of teaching us lessons in ways we never expected. When we are young, we believe that our families, our children, our spouses will always be there, standing by our side through every challenge, every hardship, every triumph. But as we grow older, reality paints a different picture. You may have already felt it, that slow but undeniable shift. The people you thought would always be there start to have their own lives, their own priorities, and suddenly, you find yourself wondering, who can I truly rely on? It can be painful to admit, but the truth is, the three things you can truly rely on in old age are not your children, not your husband, not even the friends you once had. It may be hard to hear, but this realization is not meant to bring sorrow. It is meant to empower you, because once you understand what truly sustains you in old age, you stop waiting for others to fill that role and take charge of your own life in a way that brings you peace, fulfillment, and strength. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting in your home, thinking back on all the years that have passed, the sacrifices you made for your family, the endless nights you spent worrying about your children, the unwavering devotion you gave to your spouse. And now, your children have their own lives, their own families to take care of. They love you, but they're busy. Your spouse, if they're still with you, perhaps their own health has declined, or maybe the emotional connection has faded over time. And friends, some have moved away, others have grown distant, and a few may no longer be here at all. It is a sobering reality, but one that many face as they grow older. Does this mean you are alone? Absolutely not, because there are three things that will always be there for you, no matter what. And once you understand this, you will no longer feel abandoned, lonely, or forgotten. Instead, you will stand tall, knowing that you are more powerful, more resilient, and more in control of your life than you ever realized. The first thing you can rely on in old age is your health. If you do not take care of yourself, no one else will. Your body is the foundation of everything you experience in life. If you neglect it, you will suffer. If you nurture it, it will carry you forward, allowing you to live with energy, dignity, and independence. Think about the seniors who are still active, still walking, still engaging with the world. What do they all have in common? They did not wait for someone to take care of them. They took responsibility for their own well-being. It is never too late to prioritize your health. Whether you are 60, 70, or even 80, there are steps you can take today that will determine the quality of your life tomorrow. Move your body. Exercise does not have to be strenuous, but it must be consistent. Eat foods that nourish you, not ones that slowly break you down. Hydrate, get enough sleep, and most importantly, listen to your body. It is always speaking to you, giving you signs, warning you before problems arise. Do not ignore it. The time you invest in your health today will determine whether you spend your later years in strength or in suffering. The second thing you can rely on is your mindset. More than anything else, your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe you are weak, abandoned, and helpless, that is exactly how you will feel. But if you choose to see your life as an opportunity, if you embrace growth, learning, and resilience, then nothing can truly break you. Your mindset determines whether you wake up each day feeling hopeful or defeated. It affects how you handle challenges, how you respond to loneliness, how you deal with the inevitable losses that come with age. You must guard your mind as fiercely as you guard your home. Remove toxic thoughts just as you would remove clutter from your living space. Fill your mind with wisdom, with knowledge, with inspiration. Read books that challenge you. Engage in conversations that uplift you. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth. And when hardships come, because they will train your mind to see them as opportunities rather than defeats. If you lose a friend, find a way to build a new connection. If you face a health challenge, see it as a chance to make better choices. If your family is not as present as you wish they were, use this time to rediscover yourself, to pursue passions you once set aside. The way you think will determine whether you spend your later years feeling lost or feeling empowered. The third and most powerful thing you can rely on is your ability to adapt. Life is constantly changing, and those who suffer the most are the ones who resist change. The happiest people in old age are not necessarily the ones who have the most money, the biggest families, or the best health. They are the ones who have learned to adapt to life's transitions with grace. You must be willing to let go of the past and embrace the present. The world will not remain the same, and neither will the people around you. Do not dwell on what was. Focus on what is. If the old ways of doing things no longer serve you, find new ones. If certain relationships fade, build new ones. If you find yourself alone more often than you expected, learn to enjoy your own company. Your ability to adapt will determine your happiness more than anything else. The moment you accept that life is ever-changing, that nothing is permanent, that you have the power to redefine your future at any moment, is the moment you become truly free. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of your story, and you can change the narrative at any time. Let's break it down in full detail. 1. So stop waiting. This opening statement is a direct, urgent call to action. It immediately grabs attention by suggesting that waiting, whether for people, opportunities, or circumstances to change, is a passive and ineffective approach to life. It implies that too many people remain stuck in limbo, hoping for something outside of their control to shift, rather than actively creating change themselves. 2. Stop hoping for people to show up in ways they may never be able to. Here, the focus is on managing expectations in relationships. Many people spend years hoping that family members, friends, or loved ones will behave differently, perhaps with more care, understanding, or reliability. But this sentence highlights an uncomfortable truth. Not everyone is capable of giving us what we need. Not everyone will step up, even if we expect them to. Clinging to this hope often leads to disappointment, resentment, and emotional stagnation, instead of waiting for others to change. The message suggests that it's wiser to shift our perspective and accept people as they are. 3. Stop clinging to expectations that only bring disappointment. This expands on the previous idea, reinforcing the dangers of unrealistic or unmet expectations. People often create mental narratives about how life should be, how others should behave, and what should happen in their lives. But when reality does not align with these expectations, frustration and sadness follow. This statement encourages the reader to release rigid expectations that lead to suffering. It calls for a mindset shift, one that allows for flexibility, acceptance, and emotional resilience. 4. Instead, take control of what you can. This is the turning point in the passage, the moment when the message shifts from identifying the problem to offering a solution. It encourages the reader to focus on areas of life that are within their power, rather than dwelling on things they cannot change. This is an empowering realization because it moves attention away from helplessness and toward personal agency. 5. Prioritize your health. This is a fundamental truth. Physical and mental health form the foundation of everything else in life. Without good health, all other aspirations become secondary. The message urges the reader to focus on well-being, whether through exercise, proper nutrition, rest, or mental self-care. Unlike relationships or external circumstances, health is something individuals have direct influence over, making it a powerful area to invest in. 6. Strengthen your mindset. Mindset determines how one experiences life. A strong, resilient mindset allows a person to navigate hardships, adapt to challenges, and maintain inner peace despite external chaos. Strengthening one's mindset may involve practices like self-discipline, gratitude, positive self-talk, emotional intelligence, and self-reflection. It is a reminder that even if external factors are unpredictable, one's internal world can remain steady and strong. 7. Embrace adaptability. Life is full of unexpected changes. Plans fail, people leave, circumstances shift. Those who struggle the most are often those who resist change, wishing things could stay the same. But adaptability is a superpower. It allows people to move forward, no matter what happens. This phrase encourages the reader to cultivate a flexible, open-minded approach to life, one that welcomes growth and transformation rather than fearing it. 8. These are the things that will never abandon you. Unlike people, expectations, or external conditions, these qualities, health, mindset, and adaptability, are entirely within one's control. They cannot be taken away by others. This line reinforces the idea that true security does not come from relationships or circumstances, but from personal strength and self-care. 9. These are the things that will carry you forward, no matter what life brings. This final statement is both reassuring and motivational. It reminds the reader that no matter what obstacles arise, they have the power to keep moving forward. The key to resilience and success is not found in the actions of others, but in personal choices and habits. By prioritizing self-care, mental fortitude, and adaptability, a person can navigate life's ups and downs with confidence and strength. Let's break it down in full detail, acknowledging overwhelm and doubt. The passage begins by addressing a common emotional state, feeling overwhelmed. This could apply to various life situations, such as starting over after a setback, making a career shift, pursuing a dream, or simply dealing with the challenges of aging, relationships, or personal growth. By recognizing these emotions, the passage immediately establishes empathy with the reader or listener, reassurance and encouragement. The phrase, "If you are wondering whether it is too late to start," speaks directly to a deeply ingrained fear in many people, the fear of running out of time. This could be in the context of age, lost opportunities, past failures, or a belief that personal change is no longer possible. The response is clear, direct, and reassuring. Let me tell you, this is never too late. This statement is simple yet profoundly impactful. It dismisses the idea that there is an expiration date on dreams, personal growth, or second chances. It reaffirms that no matter where someone is in life, change and progress are always possible. The power of the present moment. The next lines reinforce the idea of possibility and hope. You are alive. You have today. This is a reminder to shift focus from what has been lost or what could have been, to what is still available, life itself. The emphasis on being alive and having the present moment highlights the importance of taking action now, rather than dwelling on the past or fearing the future. It encourages gratitude and a sense of agency. The call to action, the words, "and that is more than enough to begin," serve as a crucial turning point in the message. Many people hesitate to take action because they feel they lack the right resources, timing, or circumstances. This line shuts down that hesitation by declaring that simply having today, having life, is sufficient to take the first step. The passage then builds on this momentum by instructing the reader to take a deep breath, stand tall, and step forward with confidence. 1. Take a deep breath suggests a moment of centering, calming the mind, and preparing for action. 2. Stand tall evokes both a physical and metaphorical stance of strength, dignity, and self-belief. 3. Step forward with confidence is the final push and urging to take tangible action, to move ahead with self-assurance despite doubts or fears. A vision of hope and possibility. The passage concludes with a beautiful and uplifting message, because the best chapters of your life, they are still waiting to be written. This metaphor reinforces the idea that life is like a book, and no matter what has been written in previous pages, there are still new, unwritten chapters ahead. It suggests that the future holds promise and that there are still great experiences, achievements, and joys to come. The use of a question, because the best chapters of your life, followed by a statement, they are still waiting to be written, creates a dramatic pause that makes the conclusion even more impactful. It invites the listener or reader to reflect and internalize the idea that their story is far from over. Overall message and impact. This passage is designed to inspire, uplift, and empower. It speaks directly to those who feel stuck, hesitant, or afraid of starting over. It replaces fear with hope, doubt with encouragement, and hesitation with action. At its core, it is a message of resilience, optimism, and personal empowerment, reminding us all that as long as we are alive, we have the ability to create, change, and embrace new opportunities.